Okay, recent combiner set that I got from Aliexpress. So we've got not Onslaught, kinda Brawl, Swindle at the Gym, makes more sense than Blast Off, and for some reason not Vortex. Yeah, it's a weird one, this. Let me just swivel around so I can face the camera properly. So we've got a tank. Fair enough. Nothing fancy to be said there. It's a tank. It looks quite nice. We've got whatever type of jet that is. That's really cool. Why do I want to say it's Russian? That looks really, really cool. This top piece is die cast, so that's cool. Comes with this little stand. That's quite nice. We've got some kind of wheeled, weird armoured Jeep Humvee APC kind of thing with a little turret on top. That's quite cool. We've got another jet. This one looks a lot more Starscreamy, air raidy, you know. Still very pretty. Again, it's basically the exact same thing as that one, but with a different metal top on it. It is what it is. Okay. And this, which, if you ignored all that, that's Hotspot, or some sort of Hotspot-esque kind of thing. Nice glittery plastic. And then they just randomly stick 2 missiles on the back of it. I mean, sure, KO Company, why not? And this is a little combining set. It's a little Combaticon-y kind of set. So let's give you a size comparison, if I don't drop everything. There's 86 Blur. So let's try and get him in with the team. So this is kind of a scouty, small, deluxe-y kind of size. And these are all Scout Core class kind of things. Okay? And so we should transform them. Sure, let's do this one. Why not? This is possibly the one I'm least favourite of, to be honest with you, but whatever. And it's mainly down to these little arms. You need to get those out of the way, if you can, okay? And this transforms very much like a... You see like the alloy cars and stuff, little toy things, whatever. We need to... How does this work again? Right. Wriggle the shoulders loose, yes. That pegs into there. This little tab goes into that groove. This side goes in, or one of the sides goes in, the other one doesn't. Can't remember which. Double hinge it out and rotate it. There you go. Goes to this side. Tab, come up. There we go. That and rotate. Good, 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 good. Okay, rotate this down. Fold this over and split, and there are, as far as I'm aware, no feet. It looks like there might have been feet on these that would rotate out, but there aren't any. This just sort of flops onto the back there. Then you flip up this piece to be the head. And there he is. You can straighten these out a bit if you want. This is Swindle at the Gym, and he's not very exciting. He's alright, but he's not exactly exciting, is he? I never know if this thing's supposed to turn. It looks like it possibly should, but it doesn't want to. Okay. He's fine, he's alright, he's nothing exciting. The question is, will he stand? Yes, okay. Well, let's do kind of brawl, sorry. Okay, very similar thing. We're gonna wiggle the arms until they come forward. Okay. Now the original brawl, you just basically rotated the arms down and that was it. Not on this one, where you actually need to rotate them the other way. And then this little bit of the track rotates forward, and there's a kind of hand molded into it. Not quite as intimidating, but sure, why not? and then rotate this down, this bit, and you can kind of do whatever you want with. You can do that if you want, but it doesn't look good either way. But for now, we'll leave it there until we can rotate the legs down, split, and then we'll just dump this flat on the back so it's like on the back of his legs. It's fine, it's alright. And flip up the head. There we go. And he's alright. Honestly, I think I'd prefer if the arms were like that. They might actually be longer. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm sorry. You go there. Stand. Okay. Not onslaught. Right, okay. So we're going to get this panel. We're going to pop it loose. Rotate it down. This just goes onto that there. So on that side. Then we can extend the legs. Go on. And split. Then come to the side here. We can flip this panel, which just this little grip goes onto that little tab there. Rotate that over so this bed goes into that hole. Do this side, bang into there, go underneath. Separate these, they don't tab in. Separate them, bring down the double hinge, rotate over, straighten the arm out, bring it down, straighten it out. And now you flip out the, oh wait, you can't. So, what you need to do is pop this panel off, not them, here we go. Pop this off and flip up the head. And give me a second while I fight with this, because I remember this being horrible. Surprisingly way easier than I remember it being. When you think, oh, it's onslaught, you turn around, you put it like that, but it doesn't. Can I get into go into the screw holes? No. So you can't really do that, because it'll pop off too easily. So unfortunately the missiles still have to point down. And that's onslaught, or not. The arms look good, the head looks alright, the body looks fine. The legs are terrible. Because, as you may or may not be able to guess, he can't stand. It is what it is. We got one of these, and we're going to unpeg this thing. It's got a little thing there that goes into the screw. It's got a little piece cut out of it, and this little connection sticking out here goes into that hole. It actually works quite nicely. And this, apart from the top, is Generations Thrilling 30 part Centuritron. Can't remember his name, but both of the planes are. They're basically exactly that. Look. So you untab the arms, you unpeg the legs, they actually peg in. There's this little peg, goes into this piece here. So straighten that out. Straighten that out. Flip out the toes. Rotate this over the top. Get these out of the way first. I'm an idiot. Okay, get that out the front and bring the head forward. And he's actually really nice. Like, legitimately really nice. Ball joint, over 90-degree bend. I guess you can count that as a bit of articulation if you want. Ball joint at the shoulders, and something the original didn't have, but this does. Elbow with a soft ratchet. Yeah, the original Centuritron didn't have that. And is there any combiner team that Prowl hasn't infiltrated? Like, really? Kinda love it though. Not gonna lie, kinda love it. And he will also not stand because it's an entire die-cast backpack and he just cannot hold the weight. Celebi. Transform it exactly the same way, don't need to talk you through this one. Oh dear. Going anywhere nice on your holidays? Make up some conversation while we're busy. Okay. Come on, over the top. And bring the head forward. And, oh look! It's Skydive from the aerial bots. That kind of makes sense. And yeah, he, like I say, die-cast. they're actually quite cool. They're legitimately quite cool. So as a team, these guys, if you really lean them forward, can stand. But this guy just won't. So can I get a group shot? Alright, come on, let's try and get these to hold each other up and see if I can domino this. So let me come back. There you go, got him standing tentatively. It's a size comparison. There's a Speedy Blair. So they're all quite small. And little core class Starscream. So they're in a weird little, their own kind of size really. Don't sort of fit anything. I mixed those two up there, give it a sec. Right. But then they combine, and to do so, we need, all this stuff. Not that, don't need those. Those are no longer relevant to this. So we've got 2 feet, 2 hands, and the body headpiece. And for some reason the body headpiece came with an extra crotch plate, which seems identical, so I don't know if one wears out, I guess. So give me a second to get these into the right modes to do the combination, okay? Because I want to cut some time down. This video is taking too long. And okay, so all back in vehicle mode except not onslaught. Okay, so let us begin. Pack it in, let us begin. Anyway, I'm terrible with music, I can't do stuff like that. Right, so what we're going to do is, I know you should probably mostly transform it, but I can't be bothered, so we're going to split the back end. Squeeze it open, and this will go in and plug in. There we go. Then flip up this little peg. And that, boys and girls, is a leg. Complicated, yes? Right. Do the same this side, so we're going to flip up this little peg. What's up in the back piece here? Where's the other one? There it is. Then squeeze it together, come on. And that's the other leg, hooray! I also don't know which way around these feet are supposed to go, but I would imagine this looks a bit better. We'll get not onslaught, and we're going to pop this off again, rotate the head in. Put this back on, because again, you can't do it the other way around. We're going to bend up the arms, rotate them, and we need to get this peg into that hole. Ta-da! I didn't design it, kids, I'm just telling you how it works. And pack the legs off, and that's him ready to go. So might as well start, I guess. Plug that into that hole there. There you go. Get this one into that one. There you go. We get the planes, and we get, can't see things, there we go. Get one of these things. And these pegs go into these tiny little holes in this translucent toe piece. So I'm slightly worried about the longevity, but whatever. And you'll find that one will go in easy, and then the other one will fight you. Oh, they'll both magically go in really easily. And then this has a hole. And let me rotate this up a bit. Here we have a peg. Yep, that's what we're working with, kids. So do the same on this side because it's exactly the same thing. And that one went in like a dream. Smashing. Pat that on there. Okay. Now we have this thing, which, if you haven't guessed, we've got the head on this panel, we've got chest and the crotch plate. Okay. But this is a bit of a nightmare to put on, so we're going to try and do the headpiece first, because it doesn't really like doing it. but I have just filed it down, so hopefully it'll work better. When this comes down, there are these two pegs that go into these two holes. So rotate this down, line that up, and like a dream. And there he is. And that isn't the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's not good, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And let's look at the head. I think the head lets it down a little bit. It's kind of a Defense or Computron mix. I think it kind of lets the team down. Weird little combiner set. You know what? I've been itching to do this and I've had to wait until I do the review. Let me see if I can do something about that head. Give me a second. Okay, so that's just a silver marker and a little bit of red for the eyes. Might still be wet at the minute. I might have missed a couple of bits, but I was doing it quickly for you guys. And just what a difference a little bit of paint makes, honestly. Just a bit more of a slightly more accurate Bruticus head in my mind. Yeah, I probably missed bits. Doesn't matter, it's fine. So yeah, this is a cool little set. And if I was willing to take a paintbrush to the whole set, I could probably do more. But I'm quite happy with how it looks now. So that should do me, boys and girls. I'm going to scarp it, and I hope all of you have a fantastic weekend. That's the time. Yeah, I should have just finished the live stream when this happens. There we go. See, I'm planning things. Okay, I gotta go. Bye-bye.